Hi everyone, and welcome to the Big Girls on the Move crowdfunding campaign. I'm here with
Tina Quidadamo.
And Tina is the CEO of Nunga Miminars Aboriginal Women's Domestic Violence Service. And I thought you might like to tell a little bit about the service and the country that we're on.
Yeah. Well, certainly, thanks for coming out here today, Carol, and I think it's really important that being an Aboriginal service provider that we acknowledge first and foremost before we talk about what you're providing us today, that we're on Kaurna country, and so we acknowledge that we are on Kaurna country, and it's a privilege to be able to be celebrating something lovely today on Kaurna country. So yeah, you're right, Nunga Miminars is an Aboriginal domestic and family violence service. We're Aboriginal women governed and managed and delivered by Aboriginal women. So we're supporting our Aboriginal women who and Torres Strait Islander sisters who are fleeing or experiencing domestic and family violence, and we actually do that we've got properties available where we assist, and the main thing is trying to keep them safe from harm, and then try and help to rebuild with them their lives and their children's lives too. So
with the key word being with, it's particularly special for me to be here today because I was on the board of Nunga Miminars quite a few years ago when it was Nunga Miminars, and as you said, it's Aboriginal governed, so I felt very honoured to be invited as a non-Aboriginal woman onto the board, and I was here for 9 years. So from the move from the old shelter to here, so I've been in this room many times, so it really is quite special to be presenting the books here today.
Wonderful that you're able to come back around like that too.
Yeah.
We're very happy to have you here.
And we had colouring circles around the table in here, so to bring the books back all these years later, it's a bit of a magic circle, I think. So the campaign is to place 20 boxes of the Big Girls Little Colouring books into 20 domestic violence services and women's groups. This is box number 6, and this is the Big Girls Little Colouring books. So on behalf of everybody who has supported our campaign, and thank you very much to our campaign supporters, I'd like to present you with the Big Girls Little Colouring book.
Thank you, it's beautiful. Thank you very much to everyone who's donated, and also for your tireless campaigning, Carol, on something that's going to be another instrument, another tool for women to provide some healing within themselves and for their families and children. So the way we're hoping to use these is by having just a group where the women will come in for a cup of tea and a bit of a yarn, and we can have that circle sort of coming back here again and a bit more with that sort of MedArt, kind of space and feeling, that sort of therapeutic approach. So we're very grateful for this, and I can't wait to see. We've got some really creative ladies out there. I can't wait to see what they produce, and so we're very thankful for this.
And the pages are perforated, so you can remove a page, and so you can remove a page, put it in a frame, laminate it. So the first time I published it for self-publishing, it was spiral bound. So
can we open it?
Sure, please do. Yeah. So you can see that each page is preceded by an affirmation or a little statement. So it is actually a coaching colouring book, and it begins with recognising how powerful our mind is, and how we can use our mind to work through some of our feelings. And as the book moves through, it looks at things like patterns that we're born into, patterns that we create, and how to create new patterns. The healing power of nature. And then towards the end of the book, there's a mandala of our hand, which says our future.
Hey, I went straight to it.
That was a bit of magic. So it is a book. It is a colouring book. It is a mindful colouring book that is about a self-reflective journey.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I think the next step really is for our ladies to get into it.
And the books can be distributed today because you have a number of families here on site. So,
that's right, we do.
Yeah, so thanks again to everybody who's supporting the campaign. Really appreciate it, and I'm very excited for the Big Girls Little Colouring Book to be here at Nunga Miminars. So thank you, and see you at box number 7 when we have that one funded, which will be going to NINCO, Aboriginal Women's Services, and the one after that to the Zara Foundation, Economic Empowerment for Women After Domestic Violence. So thanks very much.
Thank
See you next time.